What should I be looking at on the exhaust system during pre-flight inspection? And what should my mechanic check during annual? This time in the ABS Hangar, exhaust system inspection with ABS Lead Technical Advisor, Bob Ripley.
The exhaust system on the Bonanza aircraft is slightly different from other aircraft and other manufacturers. A couple of key issues we're going to talk about are the exhaust manifolds. Any distortion in the exhaust manifold can be felt with your hand, or any cracking or anything that is obvious on the exhaust manifold indicates the exhaust manifold should be replaced. The left muffler on a Bonanza aircraft from 1963 on is a smooth muffler. The right muffler on the Bonanza aircraft from 63 on is the heater muffler, which we'll talk about more detailed when we get to the other side. Be sure that you inspect the entire muffler when you look at it. Make sure you check all the way around, because distortion from heat is very evident and sometimes not visible under the heat shield. Just be sure that you take a look at the entire muffler. I have seen many of these mufflers completely blown out. Mufflers are a key issue for the airplane. Be sure that your shop is pressure checking the mufflers and the entire exhaust system to ensure there's no cracks, no damage, and no possible carbon monoxide induction into the cabin. It's simple. Use a shop vac. Plug it into the tailpipes, pressurize the exhaust system, and check it with bubble fluid. It's a very simple process, and it makes a safe aircraft. The heat shield on top of the left muffler has a flange. The flange should be located at the back of the muffler and should be installed even with the back edge and the front edge of the muffler to catch any oil from the oil cooler and move it overboard. The tailpipe clamp on the muffler system should be installed at the tailpipe to the firewall with the links on the clamp on the outside of the tailpipe clamp, so the clamp will tighten up on the pipe correctly, or it can cause issues with the tailpipe moving and rubbing the firewall. As we look at the vent system on the airplane, the vent tube on the Bonanza is located on the left side and is connected to the engine vent with a flexible duct. This duct has to be in here instead of a solid tube, because it will cause the vent system tube to break because it is a fixed position on the engine frame. This is the cabin heat muffler. It is located on the right side of the exhaust system post 1963, and earlier than that it's on the left side. The studs located on the outside of the muffler provide heat for the cabin by blowing cool air across them. This is a cutaway of a muffler. The cabin heat muffler located on the right side and the smooth muffler located on the other side are designed exactly the same way. This is called a flame cone. It is located inside the muffler to provide back pressure to the engine. As you can see in this picture right here, the flame cone is slightly distorted and should be replaced. The only way to replace the flame cone is to replace the entire muffler. I see this all the time. Flame cones break up, distort, crack, and start to come out of the mufflers. Just look up the tailpipe with a flashlight. You can see distortion and degradation of the flame cone. All of this work must be done by a certificated mechanic and not an owner. These things are not for pilots to do, only the mechanics to do.
This video is part of the ABS Online Learning Center, free to members, on the ABS website. Log in or become a member at bonanza.org. Don't miss another edition of the ABS Hangar. Subscribe to the American Bonanza Society YouTube channel. We'll see you next time in the ABS Hangar.